We are live. Welcome to Wesam's World on Adobe Radio every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have a second, if you're not driving on the highway going 95 miles per hour, make sure you follow us on Instagram. We got a YouTube channel as well. Just search Wesam's World. And make sure you follow Adobe Radio as well. A lot of awesome other shows on there. We are still number one on Adobe Radio, still beating out the Nick Major Show by leaps and bounds, and I'm saying it very loudly so that Nick Major can hear this even. We have a homeless man in the studio. We will escort him out with security. Security! What a way to start today's episode. Our guest today is someone I met during Brazilian Jiu Jitsu at Little Tokyo Fight Club. He is a director, writer, basically an amazing film producer that I've gotten to see his work. His latest project has been in the Beverly Hills Film Festival. He's been in numerous ones as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Hon Hoang onto the show. What's up, Hon?
How's it going, Wesam? Thanks for having me.
It's going great, Hon. And I just came back from yoga, and that's why my energy, I feel that little bit of high, you know? That little bit of like after jiu-jitsu, you had a good flow. Everything feels good. Everything feels like it's in place. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Feel loosen up. I was crossing the street, almost got ran over twice. Feel, the risk of almost dying always gives you a rush.
Yeah. How did you handle that? Was it your fault or the driver's fault?
No. I don't even want to get into that. But since you asked, it was a green light. The guy started yelling at me saying it was a green light. It was like, well, green light means I can cross because there's the little walking man, But,
yeah.
Yeah, so,
Did you fight him?
Thought about it, but just kept walking.
Good for you, man. Took the high road. Later on tonight, we see on North Hollywood News, man. What's going on?
Move your water bottle. Sorry.
Which water bottle?
The big giant one.
The big giant one. Out of the way?
Yes, please.
All right.
Cover you.
This is why we have producers on the show, to make sure everything's perfect. So, Han, I met you in Jiu Jitsu at Little Tokyo Fight Club. You were very nice. I got to say thank you so much for being such a great person to lean on and learn from when I first walked in there. And I'll let you know this. Very honored to have you being the first person to make me tap ever in Jiu Jitsu at Little Tokyo Fight Club.
Cool. I'm glad I was able to take your little V card for Jiu Jitsu.
Okay, wait a minute. I don't like the way you said that. Speaking of Jiu Jitsu, when I said Ari Goldman, he's going to be our guest next week or the week after on the show. He is he visited a couple times teaching us some techniques. He's a black belt. I don't know if you were there for that.
I was probably out for those days because I had my injury.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We don't have to talk about your injury if you don't want to.
Yeah, it's a sore spot.
Yeah, it's a sore spot. We'll just say that. But it's been such a great experience taking class with you. And we got to be friends a little bit. And then also you showed me some of your work, and I was so impressed. Your work is some of it is so ethereal, very dreamlike, very moody, and I'm always curious with filmmakers, first and foremost, where does the inspiration to tell stories come from?
That's a very good question. It's kind of hard to say exactly where it comes from. For me, I think there's just there's a story that I want to tell, and they come out in little pieces, right? So I don't know how you feel creative sometimes, but for me, when I go for a run or work out, get endorphins going, I just have thoughts and I kind of just let them flow, and then I try and write them down as soon as I can, as soon as I'm done with my workout, and there's that cool down period where most of my ideas come from.
Yes. So the primary thing is to write down these ideas that spontaneously come into your head.
Yeah.
And then allowing some sort of non-creative activity, or I wouldn't say non-creative, but something really physically active to get the blood flowing. You focus on something else, and then you come back to that work, basically.
Yeah, basically, it's like just knowing how to kind of capture these thoughts and record them and make sense of them later. So there's two camps of how I kind of come up with these ideas. Sometimes I'm just doing something not specifically meant to be creative, like working out. Other times I just might be out drinking or something, and drinking really helps. I always like the quote, write drunk, edit sober.
Oh yeah. I like that a lot. If people get a chance to follow you on Instagram, what's your Instagram?
It's at HonNNHOANG.
So confusing. No, the reason why I say you post these funny stories sometimes of you dressed like a, what do you say, old Asian man, right?
Well, I was dressed up for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh,
like,
okay.
the party. Yeah.
Well, I misinterpreted that. Please
but you
excuse
are
me.
accurate. That is an old Asian man costume.
My producer just went like this. I thought you were like, no, wait a minute. In my defense, I think recently you posted something like, I dress like an old Asian man. No?
Oh yeah, that was the
it?
costume.
Okay, all right,
yeah.
all right.
To be fair, the character in Everything Everywhere All at Once is an old Asian man.
Okay, so I'm not too far off.
Yeah.
Okay, hold your horses, people in the comments. Okay? Okay. We're not canceled just yet.
We have time.
We have time.
Yeah, I'll help you with that.
Thank you so much. Then I'll have all the time to do jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
I've drank so much caffeine today. It's been a very busy day. Are you a caffeine guy?
Yeah, this is my second cup, so I'll catch up with you.
Yeah. Do you get the jitters? I remember once you told me like you had way too much caffeine.
Yeah, they get pretty bad. It's just like you get the jitters and then the depression hits, and it's like I can't deal with those
Oh man.
post-caffeine depression.
Oh, that's a real thing.
Yeah, at least for me. Like I get like pretty bad sometimes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you mind me asking where that depression comes from?
I think it's just like coming off of caffeine, it's like just a come down of a like stimulant. You're just like, oh, this is real life again? Man, this sucks.
You feel like an existential crisis?
Sometimes, and then I start writing, so it all works out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a release.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it's just about finding ways to cope with life, I guess.
Cope. That's a lot of artists and storytellers in particular being really sensitive to the world. I think it's necessary to feel that depressive aspect of what reality is, and being able to translate that into the art form is important because we're showing what life is really like. Man, some of your stuff deals with heartache, correct?
Yeah, loss, heartache,
Yeah.
Happy stuff.
Yeah. There's this key element with loss and in terms of storytelling. Loss and self-identity comes into play, Like you being with somebody, your identity is attached to that person after a while, and then when you lose that person for whatever reason, death, breakup, Titanic,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
She should have scooted over.
she should have scooted over. But there's this tremendous self-reflective period that has to happen, which I think a lot of people are afraid of. Do you ever self-reflect on yourself? Does that cause depression or an anxiety effect?
I think when I was younger, I think everyone, when they're in their teens or early 20s, it feels like they're either running away from something or trying to run towards something, and you don't know exactly what direction to go. But as I've gotten older, I kind of like slow down and allow myself to reflect and like pursue different thoughts that there's always thoughts and feelings that you don't want to address. But once you start addressing them, you start learning things about yourself, and whether like certain behaviors are because you're trying to suppress feelings or address them. And as I've gotten older, I've been able to address them a little bit better. Yeah.
Through your breakdancing.
Yeah, through my breakdancing.
That's right.
Breaking too really was a big influence on me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You mention it like every time at jiu-jitsu.
Dude, Electric Boogaloo is it's just fun to say too. Like the title in itself.
I want to see weird Han. You've always mentioned this weird aspect of yourself, and what does that consist of?
I mean,
Let's get weird, man.
I was joking with you when I said I'm gonna get you canceled. I just can't.
I know you. I want to see weird Han. What is that?
I mean, like I grew up with like subversive humor, South Park. I was watching that in grade school.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I've been like digging up like old comedies I really enjoyed, and I've been showing it to my partner who grew up like really religious, and like she never watched any of this stuff. So I showed her like Balls of Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was her reaction?
She was like, "This is the dumbest thing ever. How could you watch this?" Like,
Wow.
Because it's hilarious.
Hard disagree on my end for that.
Yeah. She ended up liking it towards the end. I was like, okay, I get it. The stupidity's the point. I was like, exactly.
Yeah.
You need to like just feel stupid sometimes. It's okay to be dumb.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
when the word goofy comes to mind, right? Goofy, you know that word, right?
Yeah.
Peyton, how's it going?
What?
I forgot the movie that we were saying that is a goofy. Like,
Oh, I remember.
What is
A
it?
Goofy movie?
Not a goofy movie,
wa-
which is great,
A
classic.
Goofy movie is a classic.
What was the movie that you mentioned that you thought was
Mortal
good?
Kombat.
Great movie. Not the remake.
Yes, the remake.
Yes, the remake?
But both.
Okay.
So confusing. So, what would you consider either one goofy? This is an ongoing thing.
I would say the one from the 90s. There's this like vintage goofiness to it, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Vintage goofy?
Yeah. Like stuff from the 90s just slaps differently.
Yeah.
Han.
Come on, like if we're gonna talk
Han.
about the remake was just not like there's this whole point where Sub-Zero goes to kidnap that guy's family,
Yeah.
and like so when I'm watching movies, I'll just like talk over it, like Space Theater 3000. I forget the name of the show.
Yeah.
But I'm just like talking over the movie to make fun of it, and it's like when Sub-Zero came up to the house, he missed a perfect opportunity to say "ice to meet you" to the family.
Oh my god.
He did.
Oh
This
my
is
god.
absolutely right.
Han, I'm trying to control my anger right now, Han, okay? You're making me angry.
Yeah, because they missed the opportunity, and that's what angers you, right?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
I can't believe you would side with Peyton on this. I actually enjoyed the latest Mortal Kombat film. For what it was, I was not expecting anything great. I loved the intricate storyline that they developed.
What the hell are you talking about? You're spouting bullshit, and you know it.
No, it was good. I liked it.
I liked it too.
No,
But
you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, because remember the whole ongoing debate is Goofy's not bad for me. For some reason, Goofy means, oh, that's a bad movie.
You
That's
two
a bad
should
movie.
settle this Mortal Kombat style.
Oh.
Yes.
But wait. I vote no. What about that?
Just low kick the whole time.
That's true. I could get away with that.
Edmund has been gracious enough to give the Wesam's World team and I an introductory class at some point. So he and my intern will join me in a class.
You should mic up the whole time as you're being put into submissions.
Okay.
You
know how the
some
sound-
great audio.
Let's use a boom.
What's that?
A boom mic.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
true.
We're gonna have to use a boom.
Somebody with a boom.
Yeah.
That'll be me, because apparently I'm not invited.
No, you're invited to the
You
jiu-jitsu thing.
You just said Peyton and my intern.
Oh, you're not gonna be rolling with us.
You see?
Do you want to roll with us?
Yeah.
Okay, she can
Can't
roll
believe
with
how
us.
sexist you are. You
Oh
think women
my God!
That's
Here
been
we
an ongoing
go.
theme, and
Here
you
we
nailed it
go.
on the
Han.
head.
I'm not even allowed to help out with guys' night.
Because it's called Guys Night.
I'm a producer.
Oh my gosh! You can help out. You just can't be there.
Wow.
Well, you have it, folks.
Well,
Canceled.
You've seen. Wow! Your dream came true, Han. It's now Han's world, everybody.
All right. Who has a magic marker? I'll cross off the names.
Oh my gosh. Do we have videos for today?
Yes.
Let's bring up some videos. I'm in a video mood
We
right
on
now.
that high?
We on that high.
Alright.
So usually our intern, what's the word? Correlates? Not correlates the videos. He
Compilation makes
Yeah.
a compilation.
yeah
Compiles.
compiles the
There it
videos,
is.
but he's not here.
Curates.
Curates. That's the word I was looking for. Alexandra made the
I
videos today.
Yeah, I picked back up my old job
Okay, let's
because I used to do this.
let's see what we got.
Okay.
First video, we see two people wrestling or jiu-jitsu. Is this an injury? Okay. What do you think, Han? Is he out? Oh, what is he?
I have no idea. Is he taking off his belt to strangle him?
With the belt, dude. Get on top of him.
Yeah.
I think he's hooking it.
Wait, you can't.
Wait.
Is this allowed?
Is this allowed?
All right. Wow. Have you ever done that?
It's all right.
Not
Your space
intentionally.
bar doesn't-
What's that?
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally. Yeah, I never knew if that was allowed or not, to be honest with you, for the longest time.
I'm not even sure if that was like a joke or not.
I think he was serious.
It seemed pretty professional. Like the environment, there were refs everywhere. There were.
Yeah.
Have you competed yet?
Funny story is, I was actually training to compete for my first one in. It was going to be, I think, February 20th of 2020. But I was rolling against a wrestler, and he did like a move, and he popped out my shoulder.
Oh shit.
And I think a month or two after that, lockdown started. So I had plenty of time to heal.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you just haven't gotten back to it.
I haven't gone back. I'm still like super nervous about like just injuries and stuff. It messes with your head, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like my shoulder's not the same either, so it's like,
Seriously?
yeah.
Man, that's a bummer.
Yeah, so it's just like it's hard to kind of get on that bicycle after, getting hit.
Yeah. At least you're not in front of the camera. If you get a little, bruise or cut lip, that's something I'm always worried about,
Makes sense. Yeah.
especially as an actor.
Your moneymaker.
My moneymaker.
Yeah.
I need to start wearing a mouth guard more.
Yeah.
I've not been wearing a mouth guard.
Um,
I have one too.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Like my other coaches have always said it's always cheaper than a dentist.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I should start doing this.
Yeah.
It's very foolish of me not to.
Yeah, then you can start wearing like the helmets too, and then goggles.
The ear cover thing bothers me, where I feel like I'm not able to.
Dude,
You
that's
can't
how
hear
I'm
it,
gonna
right?
dress.
It's just not hearing. I just mobility. When somebody's like on your head or whatever, and somebody's arm is on your head, I'm just like, it's another part of me that's not supposed to exist. What'd you say?
That's how I'm gonna come dressed.
Oh, please.
All of the protective gear.
Oh my gosh.
Is there a goofy helmet I can wear?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm wearing it.
I was gonna say Kristen Bell just posted a picture. She was on set and they're putting makeup on, but she's got a huge tooth mark gash because her daughters are in BJJ now.
Oh.
And so she was practicing with them, and she got a buck tooth to the nose.
That's rough.
It looks a little infected.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
It was like really red,
oh wow.
Children are diseased.
They
like
actually say, yeah, human bites are supposed to be really bad for you.
Children are a disease.
Canceled
By the children.
by the children. This is age restricted video now.
It is.
Now we can't have kids commercials on here.
Good. I hope YouTube hasn't been putting kids commercials before we
You're
say
actually your main
Yeah.
audience is 2 to 9 years old.
Like how?
Wait a minute. We're on YouTube Kids?
Number
What
one
part?
trending constantly.
It's the childish humor that's.
You know what? I feel like we're just slightly above that sometimes.
I'll get us there. I'll get us there. Yeah.
All right. Let's see the next video. Okay, there's no sound. It's two
no,
people.
the sound was one of those obnoxious
Ah,
TikTok sounds. So
okay.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Good form.
That's actually not a move, right?
I mean, whatever move works. But I've probably seen that in the club at WeHo.
Okay.
Times,
Yeah.
More often than in BJJ.
You're an avid WeHo club goer then.
Not publicly, so
Okay.
don't tell anyone.
Yeah. Hey, it's all good here.
Yeah.
We support any choices, most life choices. I shouldn't say any choices. That's kind of we support
Any choices?
we support most life choices. That's pretty good. That's a good slogan. to
That's
have
okay.
for- All right. Let's see the next one. Oh no. Okay, we got a fight thing going on.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
babies are fighting.
They look like the Big Boy Burgers characters a little bit, Bob's. I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah, there was no context. It was just
That's-
mascots at a party.
I think it
Alright.
was gender reveal.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I've seen that before. It's just like two people were dressed up as like babies for gender reveal, and I guess whoever won the fight
How annoying are
determines
those?
the baby.
That's even worse.
I mean, I get him, but like when you're starting fires and stuff.
Yeah,
and-
when you're burning half
Oh
a
my
state.
God.
That's imagine being you have to pay back all those damages.
Yeah.
So you're in debt.
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah. Crazy.
Stupid people. You know what also bugs me with those? When it's usually the husband that gets way too upset when it's not the gender he wanted.
This is so specific. I can't say I've seen
Oh.
somebody.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Have you seen a guy just go like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim? You have?
Yes.
I've never seen this.
They're like,
before.
it's a girl, and he's like, he slaps the balloons, and he like walks away, and it's
I've
like,
seen like little brothers do that before. No.
Actual adults.
Actual adults.
That's a great start for a child's life.
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Imagine watching that back when you're like 10 or something, seeing how your dad
Yeah.
reacted.
It's viral. There's no getting rid of it.
Yeah.
None. What do we got next?
Isso aqui é bom para as costas,
Oh no.
bom para isso aqui, ó, pescoço. Você tem que ficar firme, firme, firme.
So, for those of you listening, it's a man using a rubber band strap, basically, some sort of like workout strap on his feet and putting on the back of his neck. And of course, we knew what was going to happen.
He did, but I loved his face at the end.
Couldn't
He
breathe.
deserved it.
He was dying over there.
I've been seeing you jump roping and stuff, doing some physical activity. You've been able to continue that even with your injury?
Yeah, I've been easing back into it. Just, like I'm stubborn and I don't know how to like sit still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do for work again? Are you allowed to talk about that?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. I do digital production for a university, so I record and edit. I'm able to kind of like stay up to date with a lot of my technical stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of bring that to my creative short film work.
Yeah. Speaking of editing, we were talking about before the show started, our intern Zeke, he hasn't been on for the last couple episodes because he's had a really weird working schedule. It's like he's working basically the graveyard shift at an editing company, and he's editing a lot of reality shows right now, or just a reality show. Excuse me. And so this is something I've been curious because it really tells a lot about a person. Do you watch any reality show? If so, which shows?
Yeah, I will talk your head off about the only reality show I do watch, which is called Alone. Have you heard of that?
No.
So it's a reality show on the History Channel. Contestants are put out into the like vast wilderness, and it's last man standing. And what I mean by that is not they're trying to murder each other. It's whoever survives the longest. So they're survivalists. They're not like random people. They're like people who actually know how to survive out in the wilderness. And whoever lives out there alone for the longest wins. Guess how much?
$1 million?
No,
Oh, 10,000.
$100,000.
That's it?
Yeah. So it's not even like it, but for them, it's life-changing money because it's like it allows them to live like a more comfortable lifestyle because they don't need that much to live to begin with. And like, it's always so interesting to see what makes people give up because for them, it's not the hunger, it's the loneliness and being away from their like friends and family that like gets to them. So the further the show goes, the more you start seeing like, what it means to be human and like what humans really need to like survive and be happy. And like, yeah, it's always interesting to see like who taps out and why. Yeah. So that's the only reality show I'm able to watch it. But even the editing for that really gets to me sometimes because I can tell when they're just like cutting things to make it more dramatic than it really is.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is so interesting. Is there any memorable moment from the show? Because I think I've seen a clip. I see clips. I don't really watch a lot of things. This is something that this show knows.
I always
that
talk
do.
about the guy in, I think it was season 6 or 7, who like kills a moose.
Holy
Whoa.
shit.
He kills a moose like fairly early in and he just has food and he's chilling because like he lived in Siberia for 11 years learning how to live in Siberia. So by the end of the competition, he wasn't even desperate to leave. His like fiance or wife came. It was like, oh, you want a tour of the house I made? Yeah.
So, wait. You can have your loved ones visit you?
No, he won. So
Oh, he won.
When
He
you
won.
win, it's not like the showrunner who like lets them know. They bring like a family member, like a mother, father, loved one,
Smart.
children So it's like more impactful to let them know, it's like, hey, you won. Yeah.
And he was just like, hey, what's up?
I was like, oh, you're here? Oh, you want to check out? And he was like, oh, I killed a moose, by the way. I was like, she was like, you killed a moose? I was like, yeah. And they were just like chilling by the time like the show ended. Whereas like the other ones, like sometimes like medical people are helping like them like leave. But he was just like, yeah, we can hang out for a little bit. Yeah.
How long was he gone for? Or
I think they were probably 30 days in because they drop him off right before like heavy
Wait
winter.
a minute.
Some have lasted longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like. I think for him it was like 30 days. I don't remember because it ranges. It depends on where they are. Because if they're like in an area where like there's heavy snowfall, there's only like so much. Like they do that intentionally, so they can't like last that long. They don't want the show to run indefinitely.
6 months.
Yeah, if they're in like South America or something, there's someone's just farming and like they're
Right. Yeah, it's very desolate landscapes then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
that
that
makes sense.
one where they were in like British Columbia on an island, and in the first like 3 days, nearly half the people quit. It was so intense. The weather, like there was mountain lions and just so many animals around that they were like used their flares. They're like, we're done. I remember that.
Wow.
One. Yeah.
I would do great on that show. I'd do so good, dude. Can I be honest with you? This is not a bit.
yeah.
I'd track down the other people.
You know what? That's why I always joke about. That's why I always joke about that. Like, they don't see the footage until later. That if you can make it seem like you're just asleep at night and the camera's pointed on you, track down the other people. You know.
I'd do that. Ask me what I'd do once I found them.
What would you do?
Double leg takedown, followed by a darce, until they tapped, and they said, "I'm off the show."
What happens once they use their bear mace on you?
You're allowed bear mace?
You're allowed. In certain areas, if it's like bear country, they give you bear mace.
That's weak. I'm out of the show. I thought this was
They
a
have
survival show.
weapons. They have weapons for hunting. So they have like bow and arrows.
Oh.
They have axes.
Oh, you don't go in there completely naked?
No. That's a different show.
Oh, not.
Naked and afraid.
Yeah.
I actually knew somebody on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you feel seeing them with clothes on
Yeah,
in person?
it's all good. Yeah. She's a good survivalist. She actually helped trains Navy SEALs on how to survive and eat different things.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did she win?
Yes, I think so.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her partner didn't.
What?
Her partner gave up.
Laura's partner?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't remember
My
that.
mom loved the show, so
Oh.
I remember watching that one.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Weak.
Yeah, and her partner kept like being like, "She's so hot," and I was like, "What are you on this show for?" Like,
Yeah.
you're here
The
to
person on the show
because
was.
there's a girl and a guy that get dropped off.
Oh,
and they're
okay.
partnered.
Oh.
And she was all about survival, and her partner was like, "She's really good looking." And you're like, "Hey, man."
He thought he was on a dating show.
Yeah.
dude, cannot stop being a guy even in a life and death situation.
His blur box just keeps.
Dude, some dudes are, yeah. You ever watch those terrible dating shows, you know? No?
No.
Any Jersey Shore stuff?
No.
No.
I think that would probably like be some form of purgatory for me, like in Beetlejuice, where he's just sitting in that office with the long number.
Yes.
Yeah,
We talked about
and they're
this.
just playing like Jersey Shore or like The Bachelor for me on the TV in the waiting room.
First of all, please do me a favor. Watch just the first episode of Jersey Shore. It's so unbelievable that there are people out there to this day who are like that. It's frightening. It's not almost frightening. It's frightening.
I don't know. Like I always think about the psychology of it, and it's like, if I was in my early 20s, and you were going to tell me I'm going to get like X number of $1,000 per episode to just be drunk and act like a buffoon, I'd probably do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You would do it?
I was doing it for free without a camera.
It's hard for me to see you acting like a buffoon. Maybe I don't know you that well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm 32 now, like so
True.
different people a decade ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what I was like at 21.
Yeah, I'm just glad that camera phones weren't as prevalent. Like,
Han?
yeah.
Oh my God. In high school, thank God there was no social media.
Oh, we had MySpace, I guess.
Oh yeah, Zanga and stuff.
Yeah.
I would do like emo posts.
Of course you would.
Oh my gosh. What do you mean? Of course I would. I didn't like the way you
course
said
you
that.
would.
I didn't like the way you said
Of course
that.
you would. You had the long hair in middle school and high school, didn't you?
Nope.
You didn't?
Nope. I had spiky hair. Mismatching tube socks, chucks, fire chucks.
Did
Actually,
you have frosted tips with the
No.
spiky hair?
no. I
Are
wore.
these trackable?
Yeah, I'll bring some pictures next time.
All right.
Maybe if I send them to you for this episode, just
Maybe.
maybe or next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't
Let's-
mention your favorite reality show though.
Okay. Currently, I'm anything with Gordon Ramsay. I'm a big fan of.
No.
What, excuse me. Excuse me. Is this Wee Sam's world? I'm kidding.
You made me watch this.
Ghost Adventures?
No.
What?
Cade Town.
Oh, dude. Okay,
you see-
screw
okay.
Jersey, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God, Han. Everybody listening, okay? Listen, okay. I have to get a drink of water. My
Okay.
throat's been a little scratchy recently.
Is there a trailer for this?
My man, this is the best reality show ever. Okay?
Okay.
It's sad because it's only 2 seasons on YouTube. However, it gets progressively cringier and cringier and cringier up until the very last episode of season 2. It's like this. The whole reality show. K-Town. Let's watch the trailer. Let's watch the trailer of K-Town. Oh my gosh. Please, Han, please just watch this show and then we can talk about it for hours.
It's 10 years old.
Yeah, it's old.
How'd you know about this?
Oh,
We're going to keep it down just
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit, and we're
So-
going to talk over it.
so I don't remember how I found out about it, but it's this guy. Oh my God, this guy calls himself the Prince of K-Town. Okay, he calls himself that.
Okay.
And then he's in a relationship with her, but they broke up, and then they're kind of together, and then they're kind of not throughout the season. He's like the older brother type. He does promotions for clubs. She's a hairdresser, but then you don't really know much about her after that.
know all
this
about
guy,
these
this
people.
guy. Oh my God, this guy.
Wait. Tell me about
Steve,
that guy.
Steve. He has the mohawk. He's called Mohawk Steve. This guy's the special guy. You really start thinking that something's wrong with him mentally. Okay, this guy. No, wait. Where's Steve? Mohawk Steve. No, she's
She's the only Cantonese person, and the rest
Yeah.
are actually Korean.
yeah. Let's wait till Steve comes up. Steve makes the saddest and worst decisions I've ever seen a human being make on a show before. Okay, you're gonna start feeling, oh my God, the Tyrese episode. Oh man, cringe chills, man, cringe chills.
You should just do a marathon where you
This
do
guy, no,
commentary.
that's not Steve. Sorry. You know what? We might need to do a K-Town review.
K-Town review?
K-Town review.
K-Town review, man.
You should probably just bring a few like Korean people on just to cover your bases.
You don't need to. You don't need to. Okay. This is if you're Korean, you'd be upset that these people are on the show. Okay. I'm telling you that right now. Are you? Do you mind me asking?
I'm not Korean. I'm Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. Okay, yeah. If you're Korean, you watch the show going, they made Koreans proud. No, they did a horrible job of representing Koreans. I'll say that. I'll say that.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Koreans are great people. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna do that hot take?
Hot take: Koreans, great people.
The director came out of that and said he wanted to show that Korean people are also normal like this too, and not that stereotypical what people think of when they think of Koreans.
I want to talk to the director. Worst argument ever. This is not normal people. Okay. When you start seeing their life choices, you go, oh, these are not normal people. You got me all worked up here, Han. Okay.
I didn't even bring
This is your fault.
She brought it up.
Han.
Can you now see how passionate he was and he forgot about it?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Man, You gotta watch this. Please watch it. Han.
If you tap me out in one of our practices, I will watch it.
Okay. I like this.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
You'll watch the whole thing?
3 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Per tap.
yeah, per tap.
Okay.
I would do 3 episodes per tap, but it's just like if I watch too much of that, I might tap out of life.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. You can only watch 3 episodes at a time, max. So that's fair.
Okay.
However, you will be hooked because I'm
shit.
letting you know. The last episode in season 1 and the last episode in season 2, the cringiest moments I have ever seen in my life thus far in my 35 years on Earth.
How does the show make like Nathan for You or The Rehearsal?
Worse. Excuse me. More cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
More
it's people who aren't in on the joke.
Nathan, for you, there are moments where you're like, oh, you know?
Yeah.
This, you have to like get up out of your sofa, your chair, walk around the room. You got to like cleanse yourself after watching this. Oh my god. I need people. If you've seen this, please message us.
No one's seen
And that's what bothers me because I can't talk about it with anyone.
Yeah, this high piece of art.
Oh, it's so terrible. I love bad movies. Really bad
What's the
movies.
worst movie you've seen?
Man. Okay. The Stitcher. It's a bad horror film. Second comes Desperate Souls, another bad horror film. We all watched it as a group, as a Wesam's World thing, and man, there are some one-liners in there you'll never forget for the rest of your life.
Okay.
What about you?
Oh man, there are quite a few movies I want to say, but I also kind of want a career in film, so I'm not trying to make enemies early on.
These are really independent, low-budget like movies. This is not like a mainstream film.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of. There's this one that like I had to just like think about what I just spent 2 hours doing, which was it's called Ichi the Killer by Takashi Miike. Are you familiar with Takashi Miike?
Takashi Miike, can you pull that up? That sounds so familiar. Takashi Miike.
He's a
Ichi.
very prolific Japanese film director, and that movie was just so.
Sorry, what was it called?
It's called Ichi the Killer.
Itchy the Killer.
Not itchy like scratch. It's IICHI.
Oh, okay, Ichi.
The Killer.
Your space bar sometimes throws me off.
I know.
Oop, no.
Itchy the kills.
The kills.
Yeah, it was based on a manga, but it's just like
Yes, I've seen it. I've actually. This looks familiar. I've seen this face before. Maybe I should put on that.
Definitive Remastered Edition.
Okay, it's Japanese. Like, whoa, this guy looks intense.
It's a very intense movie. I wasn't ready for it.
So it's bad, or
I wouldn't classify it as bad.
whoa,
I would classify it as a lot.
whoa. I kind of like this. I want to see this now.
It seems stylized, like purposefully.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If I watch this whole film,
No,
Han,
I know what you're gonna say. No.
Han. Listen. For me to watch an entire film, guys,
He
That's
only watches clips.
A feat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
it's a feat,
Why do you only watch clips of movies?
dude. It's a couple reasons. This is a real answer, by the way.
Okay.
I just want to act. And I love acting so much that sometimes when I'm watching a film, all I'm thinking about is like, oh, I could play that part. Oh, I wonder what I would have done in that. Oh, I would have done this. Oh, okay. Oh, that was an interesting choice. No, I want to do that. I want to act. I don't want to watch this. I want to act in it. You know?
Yeah. Then why don't you do that? Why don't you?
Why don't I just go and
No.
get jobs and
That's actually how I started making movies. I would watch movies and I would be like, oh, how would I do that differently? Oh, I think I can do that. But, instead of being the person, sitting on the couch like, oh, I could totally do that and judge and like not actually do it. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm going to put up or shut up. I actually started doing it and I was like, okay, this is actually really hard. you know? So then like I was actually able to appreciate different movies a little bit more for like their technical aspects and like certain things that like actors decide to do. So now like whenever I do see a movie and I think it was bad, I'll actually do I wouldn't call it fan fiction. I would call it like maybe like hater fiction, or I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like, oh, that movie was bad. It's like, okay, let's figure out why it was bad. Let's rewrite parts to make this movie good. So it's like if you were to treat it like a logic problem or like a math homework or something, it's like, here's a problem. How would you solve this plot issue that this movie had? So it's like that's how I kind of practice. So like, why not watch a movie, and when you get those thoughts, just record yourself doing that?
Well, I do something similar in terms of whenever I practice acting, I'll find scenes from films that I like or a TV show, and if there's a specific scene, I actually do act as one of the roles and practice like acting and reacting on something. So that's really funny that you brought that up.
Yeah, I mean it's great practice, right? Because like why wait for someone to come to you or like bring make your own opportunities?
Right. But yeah, it's just hard for me to sit down also. And also I'm reading a lot of scripts, and if I can tell where a movie is going pretty early on, I'm just like, I don't want to sit down through the whole thing. I really don't. I've been enjoying watching these TikToks and YouTube channels that have this really bad voiceover thing, basically narrating the whole film and skipping through it for you, and you watch basically a whole film in 5 minutes, which has been really fun. 5-10 minutes. It's been nice because then you're watching like I want to say like mid-level films without having to spend
That's
2
fair.
hours.
It's
You know,
films you would never come across, or like
let's be real. I
From
don't
face value,
yeah.
you wouldn't want to see.
So,
Right.
so maybe that's why I make short films for people like you who only have 5-10 minutes to spare. And
maybe. But I will. Okay, listen. I will watch that whole thing. If you watch 2 episodes of K-Town.
Wesam's that unconfident in his jiu-jitsu ability.
Oh my God! I can't wait. I can't wait for you to do jiu-jitsu.
I'm gonna pull in alone and bring weapons and bear mace.
he's gonna take off his belt and strangle you with it.
You can't do this!
He's gonna tie into a lasso, get some distance in.
Holy shit, I heard a 911 call today. It was ages. Sorry, I know, off topic, but a guy stole a bike like outside of Walmart, and a lady was screaming like, "Help, he stole my bike." And this man, he was on a fucking horse going to Walmart, and he lassoed the guy and tied him to a tree. And you hear the 911 call, and he goes like, "Yeah, I just tied a guy to a tree who robbed a woman." And the operator goes, "What?"
Can we pull this up?
Yeah, I think I got it.
That's a short film right there.
That's a short film.
It's a short film.
We'll call it Han the Hero. I'll play you.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'll get canceled for
Yeah,
that.
you'll probably. But that was the goal for this podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
Are you able to get canceled? No. I mean,
Am-
yes, I guess you.
Anyone can get canceled
that's
for
right.
anything nowadays.
Yeah. I'm not gonna cancel you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it into the mic, old-fashioned
I'm gonna get you
style.
canceled within the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu community.
I actually had a joke that like it's like, yeah, if you're tired of life, just find a way to cancel yourself. Go out in public and just.
Oh, I know a way to get you canceled through the Jiu-Jitsu community.
Oh.
Han sent me a message earlier saying that Thai Bo can beat Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I'm not familiar with who Ty is, but I'm messing with you. But
What a terrible joke. That's all the time we have today.
okay.
What's the recording?
Listen to this guy.
A few months ago, Robert says he moseyed over to the Walmart for some dog food. And on the way out, he heard a woman screaming.
Stop him, he stole my bike, And I kind of look around, and then all of a sudden this guy goes whizzing by me on a bicycle.
As the security cameras show, there was no way to catch him on foot. Oh.
A couple swings, and then I threw it at him, just like I would steer.
What's the address of the emergency?
We got a guy just stole a bike here at Walmart. I got him roped and tied to a tree.
What?
I got him roped from a horse. He's tied to a tree.
There was a rope connected to the ankle of the gentleman on the ground holding onto a tree.
So it's real.
It was real.
That's amazing. That's Texas?
Probably.
Probably in
That's
Texas.
what Red Dead Redemption's doing to people.
I know.
Can
He
you
wasn't
believe
even
it?
a cowboy. He was a cosplayer. He was really into Red Dead.
Do you play video games?
I try to, but it's hard. as an adult,
Oh.
you have all the money to buy video games now, but no time to actually play. Yeah, most recent game I played was this game where you play a plague doctor. I'm into happy, cheerful stuff.
Yeah, I could tell.
It's called Pathologic 2. And you just play a plague doctor trying to save a village from essentially the plague. But the game was so difficult that I actually had like in-game depression where I refused to do anything other than sleep all day for 7 days straight until I starved myself to death.
Damn.
What? That's the biggest I've ever seen you smile.
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
No, it's just such an absurd game because I can go on for days about it. People say it's like Russian literature in video game format. It's just so depressing. Another game that's also a barrel of laughs that I really love is called Disco Elysium. Have you ever heard of it or played it? It's just one of the best written video games I've ever played, and like the game director actually was just like, I wrote a book, no one wrote it, so I figured out a way to trick people into reading because no one reads anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's genius. Your depression thing got me going here. I lost my train of thought.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta laugh at all the things that make you sad,
Yeah. You gotta compartmentalize too.
Yeah.
And something I've learned, you gotta attack things with your head held high, even when things are shit. When you start getting down on yourself, when you start like, I don't know of another word other than this. When you start being like a bitch about things, like, and I know that word might trigger some people, but I don't care. That I don't know how else to articulate it. Bring your chest high, face it, proudly, because when you look back at the event, it'll pass, and you really want to look back and go, hey, I faced that with my head held high, if that makes sense, rather than going.
Yeah, I think since we, met in Jiu Jitsu, like one of the things that I really get from martial arts and especially Jiu Jitsu is like, you learn a lot about yourself when someone else is trying to strangle you, and when you're willing to tap out, and like knowing when you can give up or should give up, and in those moments where like you're wondering if you should tap or figure out a solution, and when you do figure out that solution and you get out of like a chokehold or a potential submission, that's like one of the most gratifying feelings, because one, you took the time to calm yourself down and figure out what the potential solutions were, and when you solve the problem and you realize you didn't give up when you really thought you should have, like, it just feels great.
Have you seen Red Belt?
No.
That's my all-time favorite movie.
Yeah?
Yep.
What's it about?
It's about a Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor who's trying to stay true to his moral values despite everything that's going on. And this was before I even started jiu-jitsu this was my favorite movie. I would highly recommend that. If you're not going to watch K-Town, at least watch Red Belt.
Okay, I will watch Red Belt.
All right.
That was easy.
I can't watch reality TV shows.
One episode.
I'll do one episode for you.
You know what?
Make him tap, dude.
Oh, yeah, we still got the tap thing. Dude, we'll do the tap thing for K-Town. And then I'll watch this, and then you watch Red Belt. Sound good?
Yeah, I mean, I can recommend other movies. You don't have to watch it.
I want to. No, that looks really interesting to me.
Okay. Well, we can talk about it after
All
you
right,
watch it.
I'm down to watch it.
You're going to like need one of those like weighted blankets that they give like trauma.
Really?
People. I felt pretty grossed out by the end of it.
Really?
Yeah. The trailer looks a lot cooler than what happens in the movie.
As long as it's not that one film where the lady gets sawed in half.
Oh yeah,
What's it called?
Terrifier.
Yeah, I'm not big into gory stuff.
No, that's exactly how.
That's gory?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like misogynistic sadomasochism gory. So
I'm not into that.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, the trailer makes it look like a cool crime thriller, but
Yeah.
it's more perverse than that. And I was just like, I'm not into this. Yeah.
I don't. You know what? I don't like when films give a trailer that doesn't represent the film.
Yeah.
And you know that film Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Wait, not Labyrinth.
With
Pan's
David Bowie.
Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Love that movie.
You love it.
You don't
That's
you
a
don't
good
like that
movie.
movie.
You know what turned me off?
What?
If I never saw the trailer, I would have enjoyed the film tremendously.
Huh.
I saw the trailer first, and I was like, and then I saw the film, and I was like, that's not what I came to this film for.
Well, that's the marketing department's problem. Like, they probably cut the trailer together without like Guillermo del Toro's knowledge or control.
Well, and that ruined my experience when I first saw it in theaters. And this is before like a really studied film. And I was like, wait a minute, this is what? Okay.
I think I was like 15 at the time. I just snuck into a random theater and like I was like, what is this? And I loved it so much. I went back and watched some of his older stuff like The Devil's Backbone, and it's like, I think that was like around the time I started really becoming aware of movies and like what like cinema is, you know?
Yeah. Devil's Backbone. That should be a Jiu Jitsu move.
The Devil's Backbone.
I'm gonna, you know what? Next time we're in class, let's ask Edmund. Edmund, can you show us the Devil's Backbone?
Just say Guillermo del Toro movies and tell me. It's like, how about the Pan's Labyrinth?
How about Pans? What is this? So sorry. We're going to take a quick, our time on Adobe Radio has come to an end, sadly. However, the full episode is available tomorrow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and you can watch it on YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe on those platforms. Make sure you follow Han for all his latest updates on his amazing films. Other than that, we will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in live on Adobe Radio. The show continues on.
Damn, remember when we took breaks?
Oh yeah.
Feels like ages ago.
Breaks?
Yeah,
take
between like we had to stop recording. Like,
Oh.
kind of.
Oh, yes.
It's been so long he doesn't even remember what breaks are.
This bothers me. Your reaction bothers me, and I
Oh.
know my reaction bothered you.
Yeah.
So
The thing is, just so you know, because I don't know if you've listened to past episodes or if you're, the biggest fan of the show. If you're not, that's fine.
I have posters.
we made posters.
No, I made my own.
Oh shit! Damn.
It's just pictures of Wesam doing his daily things. I'm clearly behind bushes.
I respect that. Peyton has been growing in his acting career, and as that's happened, he's changed, as a human being and as a person and a friend. And then you see him on the
Whoa.
show; he's gotten more snippier and snippier and snippier. We've actually had our celebrity fans call in and leave voice messages saying how much, man,
We had
Peyton's
one.
changed.
We had
changed.
one person.
Peyton's changed. See the attitude right
One
there.
person.
Do you
One
notice
day
that?
you're gonna come in and your name's just crossed off, or
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. All right, we still have a video, right?
We still have
have a
several.
few.
Yeah, let's watch them. Let's
Okay,
watch 'em.
This one's a little more lighthearted.
I thought they were all lighthearted. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get him.
Oh, yeah. That's little kid fury right there.
It just starts a storm.
That kid's gonna be. Oh, another one.
Yeah, I like how he's sneaky. Iron Man, what is going on? We might not be able to play this music, but we gotta
Oh
keep talking
yeah, I
over
kind
it.
of forgot about
Yeah.
the Avengers music
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I will get rid of it later.
Thank you so much.
But also, what bothered me about that video is Batman is in a Marvel.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
But it was just cute. I thought it was
Is this
cute.
canon?
You, well, I don't want to get you. You review movies on your stories, though, right?
yeah.
So can
I
we
like to keep it simple though. 'Cause,
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we talk about your latest review, or no? We don't have to.
Yeah.
See,
you don't
that's.
have enough time. You don't have enough time. For
But
me.
can I mention it at least?
Yeah, go ahead.
You didn't like the latest Galaxy movie, Galaxy of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
Don't. I looked right at you because I knew you were ready. You were like,
You screwed up twice. It's if you screwed up once, it's okay. But you went twice. You went Galaxy of Guardian.
shit. You didn't like it.
No. And
Not enough Vietnamese people in it.
yeah,
Not
it's not enough Vietnamese people. No. I personally really think that the most recent Marvel movies, they have been testing out AI generators for their scripts. I legitimately feel like
Slam.
if you're a fan of like Taika Waititi or
Yeah.
James Gunn, those movies felt like, oh, you like 70s and 80s music to slow motion group ensemble walks? I'll give you 10 of them. It's just like, like I don't know how to describe it. It was just like it's taking all the parts that like in moderation are really good about these movies and the styles of these directors, but turning it up to 11 in a way it was like, okay, you're doing too much now. There's only like one hamburger tastes great, but if you're forcing me to eat 10 hamburgers, I'm gonna vomit because this is just grotesque and excessive.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I don't have an opinion because I just watch clips on them. I'm being serious.
It was 2.5 hours, and I was just like, this does not need to be 2.5 hours, you know?
They're getting longer and longer.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one in ages, but I just hear they're getting so long.
I like the people who do the chronologically in order watching of all the Marvel films as a huge marathon that takes weeks.
Yeah.
You know? They'll watch like 2 films a day, 3 films a day. Or like, I think my cousin Mazin, who was on the podcast before, he did a whole weekend marathon and they finished it in a weekend. A weekend.
All those movies.
You should do it.
This was a few years back, so
Okay.
there were
that might be Endgame territory, which is still a lot of movies before that.
Yeah.
But worth it. Because everything up to Endgame was good.
Can I tell you my favorite Marvel film?
Sure.
The first Avengers. And I'm not a comic book fan at all, but I love that first and Iron Man, the first Iron Man. I was like, "Whoa, this is fun." Okay. Robert Downey Jr. made the film.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, Jon Favreau had to fight for him to be in that.
Yeah.
They paid him like a PB&J sandwich worth of money for that, but yeah, worth it.
Yeah. Let's watch it. Let's keep it going.
Okay.
Let's pull up Iron Man. Let's just watch Iron Man.
Let's watch all Marvel movies right now.
Oh, yes.
No.
Good. Good. Yes. Yes.
Okay, he got up.
Oh,
He's fine.
thank you for sharing this. It's a guy who's an idiot. Han, I don't understand people who walk behind large animals like that carefree. You don't agree?
Oh no, I have no opinion. I'm just hoping that person's okay. He might be an idiot, but you know.
He got up.
Yeah, we have to say he got up for YouTube.
But
got
he
up.
did get up.
He did get up.
Yeah. I'm being honest.
But he's bleeding out of his ears.
It's actually a stunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Professional environment.
Professional stunts.
I always joke whenever back in the days of America's Funniest Home Videos where like an elderly person falls down and everyone's laughing. It was like, she's not getting up. Why are these people laughing? She's not getting up.
Psychos.
It was just like imagine like a skit where like America's Funniest Home Videos,
That'd
the
be funny.
videos just get darker and darker
Yes.
and people just keep laughing and laughing.
You know what? Let's do that. We've been talking about wanting to shoot
Yeah, let's
something.
do that.
I'll be the host of the show,
Yeah.
right? And then we can interview the family who lost the grandmother, and they're laughing.
holding
too.
up the
Yeah.
ashes.
Yeah. That's actually really good. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Lock it down.
Yeah, just let's go down the train of just all these dark,
Really
comedy
dark,
skits,
yeah.
like the Mrs. Doubtfire
Oh,
one.
that's great.
Yeah.
We could do an orphanage fire. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
What are the? Oh, we'll talk about it later.
I was gonna say your people are getting ideas here. You're spouting them out for free.
No, we're not. We're locking it down right now.
Yeah,
We've made
well,
a commitment.
We're
to
calling
shoot this.
dibs. It's official. If you say it on a podcast, it's like copyrighted.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Let's talk about this. This is actually a really good idea. All right.
I was thinking of just doing a whole like series of Robin Williams type movies from the 90s and how, if you think about it, it's a little messed up. It's like with Jack, it's like, yeah, he had a genetic disorder where like he was a 40-year-old man hanging out with children, but it's like, how many weirdos use that as an excuse to hang out with children? It's like, oh, have you seen that movie Jack? I just have that disease.
I'm Jack.
I'm Jack.
Oh.
I've never seen. I know the premise of Jack. I've seen clips from it.
That's essentially the premise, and you know the really creepy part of it?
What?
Jennifer Lopez is the love interest in it, and you know, like Jack is Robin Williams.
Oh no.
But he is a grown man, and like they really try and force a connection between these two people.
They do a big.
Yeah.
You want to know a giant red flag movie from the 90s where they didn't like address things? Blank Check.
Blank Check. Yeah.
I don't know Blank Check.
Oh, My
You
guy.
can pull up the clip where.
No, we can't actually.
Oh,
we
you can't?
can't pull up the clip because I don't even want to talk about it. We have to actually talk about it off air.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not okay.
Okay.
It was okay in the 90s, apparently.
Damn.
Very okay. And by the way,
It
with
was
all
on
the-
Disney Channel.
with all the FBI
what?
agents around, she does that thing with the kid, and
What?
then everybody's like doesn't say anything.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I mean, it wasn't like you can say it, can't you? Or I don't know.
I
what
I was just
restriction-
trying to be a little dramatic.
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
I'm
I was
just-
like-
yeah.
Yeah, it was on Disney Channel.
I know
you
you
say it,
really
yeah.
dialed it up to like 20 with like I
know.
can't say it on the
Well,
show.
there's another one called Milk Money. Have you seen that one?
No.
That one I definitely can't say.
Is that also on Disney Channel?
No, basically, oh man, this is so these kids, this is in the first quarter of the film. They raise enough money to go up to a prostitute for them to show her boobs to them, and she does it.
Ah.
And
Yeah.
then she becomes the stepmother for one of the kids.
Oh.
Weird.
Yeah.
He's just like
comedy.
I can relate.
There's a
I've been there.
no, there's a movie. I can't remember what it was, but this woman takes off her shirt to teach the kids anatomy.
That's Milk Money.
That is Milk Money.
She tries to, but then the real teacher comes in.
Oh, I've only ever seen that clip.
This show has taken a
funny.
we have,
crazy.
yeah.
I told you I was gonna get you canceled, and now we got
did
there.
it.
We did it.
Now I'm free anytime. to
Release
shoot
the
any-
confetti.
We got one more, right?
We got two more.
Let's watch them.
This one's just dumb.
Go, go,
The guy in the truck.
He's not even pushing
Holy
anything.
Shit.
He's pushing with them, which is what's bothering me. What is he pushing?
He's making it harder for them because he's on the truck.
Okay,
Han?
now. Oh,
What do you think? What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, what? I just turned my brain off. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Let's watch the next one.
so I have to preface this last one. One of Wesam's favorite videos is one that I found, and this one is in the same realm. So,
Okay.
you ready for this?
Okay. Wait a minute. All right. This might go on the wall.
Is it K-Town?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh. No.
It's so short, but
Play it again. That makes me so happy.
Why?
They're so stupid. They're drinking. She's drinking and she looks behind.
Most of these videos are like Darwin Award nominees.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man.
That was
Well,
it.
thank you so much. That was
You're
great.
welcome.
Great work with the videos this week.
Me
Han.
too. Oops.
This was a blast, man.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Thanks you for coming on. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah. I'd love to have you back on next time. You got a film to promote or one of our sketches. We could talk about that.
Yeah, let's do that. And I still won't be watching K-Town, but
Damn.
Han.
I'll give it one episode for you but if you don't see me around anymore, I probably, quit life because
Han,
of it.
Han, I'll end with this, Han. As a storyteller of human emotions, you will feel something you've never felt before watching the entire series of K-Town.
That's
Not just one dimension of one emotion, but a multitude of emotions and facets and almost like an infinitely branching off Fibonacci sequence of cringe.
I feel like I live my life in cringe, and I feel rage fairly often. I don't know.
This will
Han.
make you a better filmmaker.
Han,
That is what he's saying.
This is what's gonna happen, okay? You complete the end of season 2, the last episode, right? And you're like, credits start to roll, and you're like, this like enlightenment happens, okay? Just imagine that.
What if there's another sketch where we do a reality show and it's cringy like that, but everyone's an absolute sociopath to such an insane degree that by the end everyone's dead?
If you watch the entire series of K-Town,
I
I'll
would probably
fund-
want to make a script where everyone's dead by the end.
I'll be in it,
Yeah.
and I won't charge you my rate. Okay. That's my gift to you.
Is this your actor's rate or the other rate you charge people?
My actor's rate is tremendous. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. And again, if people want to follow you at Instagram, Hon
HONNN HOANG.
Change it. All right, Peyton, play us out. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into the show. If you are listening on any of the platforms, Apple or Spotify, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, comment below, and we'd love to interact with you down there as well. Always remember to listen, think, and then talk. Bye, guys.